Hey, it's Wednesday afternoon in the warehouse and I've got everything packed that I'm going to pack, and we're trying to get things ready to throw in our antique booth for tomorrow. And we've been making tags, pricing items, that kind of thing. So it got me thinking, what are some items that we've had to pull out of our antique booths and then sold online? I'm going to show you some of them right after this. When we first thought about opening an antique booth, we had to ask the owners, is there anything that we cannot put in this antique booth? Anything that is forbidden, anything that you don't want? And because we walked around and we found booths with sheet sets, we found booths with pens and pencils and stuff. Oh, it was mostly antique stuff and collectibles, but the gist of it was they did not want to turn their antique mall into a flea market, and I understand. So we've always walked a fine line between antique collectible stuff and flea market thrift store stuff. Try to keep it a little bit upscale. We probably crossed the line, or at least walked the line, with our DVDs and CDs, but the antique mall allows it and we sell a lot of those. But we also use the booths as a place for collectible antique items, as sort of a holding place for stuff that we might eventually want to sell on eBay. If it sells in the booth, great, but if it doesn't sell, we pull it out and we put it on eBay. And so that's what I'm going to talk about today. These are 10 items that we had in the antique booths and didn't sell, and we pulled out, listed them online, and they sold fine. So here we go. The first thing I want to talk about is our Caddyshack mug. We had it in the booth for a while and it had not sold, so like a lot of stuff we have, we rotate things in and out to keep it fresh. Well, the Caddyshack mug rotated out, and I was going through some stuff and I found it, and I said, well, I'm going to go ahead and list this. So I went ahead and listed it for $6.50. We had it in the antique booth for $5. Well, it sold for $6.50, as you see, plus shipping. So the mall people didn't like it, the mall customers, but obviously eBay customers did. So it's out the door. This next item, I'm going to have to read it because it's a mouthful, is a hand-turned wooden bowl, segmented, handmade home decor with Georgia quarter. Basically, it's a hand-turned, carved bowl, and it's got a Georgia quarter squarely in the middle of it, in the bottom. Bought a bunch of these on an estate sale. They had them all stacked up, and it was half price day. I think I got them for $7 a piece. And I said, well, those will sell great in the booth because they are nice little pieces. I didn't sell a one. So I pulled them all out, and I decided to list the one with the Georgia quarter in it. So I did. I think we had them in the booth for like $10, and we sold this one for $15 plus shipping. And I got to list the rest of them. Maybe they'll sell too. This next item is a Disney theme park collection die-cast metal splash mountain ride vehicle, retired. And you can see it on the screen. It's basically a die-cast Disney ride vehicle. Had it in the booth. I think we had like $10 on it. We try to price things in the booth less than what you could find on eBay. We wanted to sell, but it just sat there. Maybe it got overlooked. I don't know. It's small. It's like a Hot Wheel type size, and it got rotated out. So I found it in a box of stuff I was going to list, pop it up for there, $20, sold fast. We sell a lot of stuff in the Disney stuff in our booth, but for some reason this didn't suit anybody's fancy, but someone out in eBay land loved it and grabbed it. This next item is a wooden stock for a Winchester gun. It's a Winchester wooden stock. That's a mouthful. And I bought them at a church sale, believe it or not. There was a whole box of them. And it was like later in the day, they were trying to get rid of stuff, and they sold me all these gun stocks for like $2 a piece. So I thought to myself, well, I just throw all of them in the booth. And I think I had them in the booth for $10 each. And sold a few, but as things started getting rotated in and out, they were in the way. So brought it to the warehouse, popped it online on eBay, and sold it for $10 real quick. Got a couple more I got to do, but out the door. This English pewter gun handle tankard has a declaration of the 13 U.S. colonies on the side. And, well, I'm a sucker for buying mugs. I've showed you the mug collection I bought the other day. And I felt for sure this would sell in the booth. It's kind of vintagey, kind of collectible-y, as you say, but no takers. We have a lot of mugs in the booth, so it could have been overlooked. You know, people come around, paw through, and move stuff around. It is by overlooked, but I still thought it was a worthwhile item. So they got rotated out, put it online, $15 plus shipping, any day of the week. Paid $1 for it. All right, this item to me sort of walks right up to the line between flea market and antique booth. It's a set of vintage Guardian sizzling server plates. They're just heavy metal server plates. You know, when you go to Applebee's, they bring you out your fajita and it's sizzling. It's one of those plates. I mean, it can get real hot when you put your food on it. And I had a stack of them. Crossed the line, or walked right up to it, for an antique booth. And as such, it didn't sell. I guess no one was walking through the antique malls looking for serving plates. So pulled them out, put them online. There's 10 of them, and I think I had $10 a piece on them in the booth. Maybe it's pricey. Dropped the price down to $5 a piece. Set of 10 for $50. Sold pretty good. So I'll know not to put those in the booth again. Alright, I love Star Trek. And I always grab Star Trek figures and ships and collectibles any chance I get. And sometimes they'll sell in our antique booth. Sometimes they won't. I guess the right person has to walk through, obviously. So I've had a bunch of Star Trek figures in their booths before. They rotate in and out. I'll bring them out, put them back in. A couple of sell, I'll bring them out. But I sort of got tired of this, and I had a collection. And so I put them all in one lot and sold 6 of them, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 of them for $25. It wasn't what I had them in the booth. I had $10 on them in the booth, but they weren't selling, and I needed room in my warehouse, so I decided just to get rid of them and sold them for $25 plus shipping. Still have some more. I might do the same thing, but now I have some more room. Alright, my sweet and low glass dish with lid and spoon. It's collectible. It's, got sweet and low on it, so it's sort of an advertising type collectible. And we had it in the antique booth for $10, and it just sat there and sat there and sat there, and we would shift it around, put it in the second booth, and it just didn't sell. So we pulled it out, I popped it online, sold it for $10 plus shipping. I've mentioned before that we sell a lot of DVDs in our booth. We used to have a lot of Western DVDs in our booth, and I guess people get tired of them. They would paw through them and buy one occasionally, but we had like 2 huge totes full of Western DVDs, and we had like a price tag of $3 on them for the booth. Some would sell, some wouldn't, but after a while, it sort of got stale. People stopped looking at them. And I know the antique mall gets a lot of pass-through traffic, but a lot of local people go there too. So they got stale, I guess, because they weren't selling. So we took them all out and make room for other things. And they sat in the warehouse for a while. So I decided I was going to put them in lots and just sell a big box full of Western DVDs. And I broke them up into lots of maybe 50 DVDs a piece. Try to keep them somewhat genres, together. John Wayne's with John Wayne's and that kind of thing. And I've sold many boxfuls of DVDs, and this one we sold for $50. No, it's not the $3 each that we were looking for in the booth, but it's $50 for 50 DVDs with plus shipping. So DVDs take up a lot of room. This box full and 3 or 4 more have sold, so I'm glad to see them go. This last item is a cypress wood slab clock blank. It's 11 by 10 inches. It's just a piece of wood, and in packaging, you would take it and make a clock out of it, make some kind of other decoratable item, and we had it in the booth. It sat there, got shifted around. Packaging was getting kind of bummed up. So we took it out, I put it online. I think we were looking $10 for it in the booth. Put it online for $15, it sold. So it's kind of big, it was hard to find the packaging, wide enough this way and, thin enough to shift it. So I think I had to cut a box down. But it sold, and that's the main thing, $15 plus shipping. Thanks for watching the video. If you liked the video, and like all our other videos, please hit subscribe, hit the bell notification, leave a comment, hit like. We would appreciate it. We'd love all the interaction between our viewers. If you see something in the background you want to know more about, let us know that too. So, until next time, we'll talk again.